You know, the baby stares off into space.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
so cool. We're like, who are you seeing there? She's like, I see ghosts.
I see dead people. Something like that.
Exactly. What else? What's new with you?
Got a good night's sleep?
Yeah. And you can tell, too. Bright and shiny Sarah is a good thing.
Ka-ching!
Yeah, got to put my sunglasses on. Sarah's too bright and shiny. And with a light-colored shirt on. That is really unusual.
Definitely bright and shiny today.
Yeah, definitely happy.
So, good night's sleep is always a good thing. Sometimes rare. When you have kids, sometimes it's rare.
Yep. Oh yeah, 4 kids. Tammy and I have actually started to lose our minds.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, we can't think of words. We're like, go get the scissors out of the.
I am like 6 years ahead of you on the losing my mind thing.
Yeah. Does your mind come back, or do you just keep going insane?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Her kids are all pretty much exactly 5 years older than all my kids.
Yeah, kind of.
So yeah, which is funny because Tammy and I waited 5 years to have kids.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Yep.
Year and a half. Year and a half is all I got after being married before I started having kids.
Wow. And sometimes you run across the honeymoon baby. And I'm just like, that is not right.
No, I've got 3 siblings who had kids immediately. Like
really?
within the first 10, 11 months of being married. And I thought I was bad, but yeah, they real quick. No waiting on that one.
Each person has,
well, they were a little bit older too.
Yeah.
Like they got married a little bit older.
Yeah.
I was younger.
They were ready.
So yeah, they didn't want to hold off too long.
I was flying above the church picnic on a purple rhinoceros, sticking a tent peg up my nose.
Naked. Sorry.
Then there was a pink monkey, and he ran into the bushes. What does it mean, Doc? It amazes me that you're from all these different places. I think it's just really neat.
Kind of the
Here,
hodgepodge.
tell us about one place that you were from and what it was like.
One place I've lived?
Yeah, one place you've lived.
Okay, upstate New York, and I've shipped to some places around
Isn't
there.
that
so
rural?
those of you that are from upstate New York, yeah, it's kind of rural, Catskill Mountains, which are more like hills when you live in Utah. They're like our little hills, our little foothills.
Right. Well,
Those
we
are
live
mountains.
in the shadow of the everlasting mountains. It's like Himalaya-like
They're
towering things.
insanely tall. And
Oh,
right
they're
in my
beautiful.
backyard. Like
Oh,
right
yeah.
out my back, beautiful
Yeah.
scene window. Gorgeous. So anyway, yeah, so I lived there, and it was beautiful and humid, which was not so beautiful.
Mm.
But I love fall
Humidity
and
is bad.
spring. It's bad for me. I get really
I
sick
bet that
in my
frizzes
lungs.
your hair, too.
Well, like it's any different here.
No, it looks gorgeous. What are you talking about?
Actually, it's better there because it's more moist in here. It's
Is
drier.
it? Oh, okay.
And good nails out there.
Yeah, when we moved here, my sinuses cleared up. It was great. So anyway, Catskill Mountains, more like hills.
It's kind of rural.
Is it misty in the morning? Because that's what I imagine.
We got fog and everything. We got a lot of rain and a lot of beautiful thunderstorms. I like that.
Oh, that's what I miss. I miss the rain.
I do too.
Because winter in Oregon it rains, and then there's frozen puddles in the morning. That's winter
It's
in
not
Oregon.
winter in New York. Winter in New York is snow, but it's wet, sloppy snow. So when you step in it,
it's
it
all
just goes
slushy
through
and
all of your
brown.
clothes and you're frozen solid. So winter wasn't my favorite. They have skiing there, though.
Yeah.
Not the same as here.
Really?
It's not like powdery. It's more
Okay.
like ice slick on the way down.
It's a chunk of ice.
Yeah.
Don't fall over.
Yeah. But upstate New York has a lot of farms and a lot of beautiful open areas, and it's green. And even when you fly into New York City, if you were ever to fly into New York City, it's green. It's amazing. You're above it, and you're like, wow, where'd all those trees come from? That's a city.
It's not like Chicago.
Chicago has a lot of green.
Which is like
you just flew in on
sulking black towers
I don't know. You came in on
over
a bad day
a
or a bad
fetid
weekend.
yellow lake.
I've been to Chicago, and it's been nice, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, Chicago was great once you're in it. We went to downtown Chicago, and boy, it was something. Like it was slick. It was upscale.
Yeah.
Oh no! Blazing sword drawn. Whoosh. Okay, all that's getting cut. Let me start and stop this again. So I'm on my mission, Spanish speaking, right? And I had this companion who was always correcting me, correcting my grammar, correcting how I did things, correcting how I dressed.
How you cook? Or you didn't
It was
have to cook?
no, we didn't cook
that's
because
good.
you had a pension mother, and she would cook for you and clean all your clothes by hand and iron your socks.
God.
Yeah, and when I got back to the States, I'm like, you know what? That's great. That was great, but I'd rather have an American woman who can think for herself. Gentlemen, thinking for yourself is highly overrated.
Great.
Getting your socks ironed, that's awesome. So anyway, so he's correcting me again, and I'm like, ugh! So I write this sign in Spanish, and I'm like, no me corrijas. Don't correct me. And he takes it out of my hand, and he goes like this. Actually, Sean, it's a J. There. Rip. Oh, I was so mad.
Oh, it's so
I was
perfect.
so mad.
Though.
I know. I know.
You set yourself up beautifully
It's
for that one.
awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, speaking of toilet brushes,
Which we were.
here's another story. I run these by Sarah beforehand, so.
But I still laugh.
When my daughter was about 2.5, I saw her in the bathroom getting into my drawer, and I was like, "Oh, what sort of
And this is
fairy-like
your first child,
mischief
so you weren't running
is
in there to
this?"
stop it.
Yeah, exactly. So I pull back, and I'm watching her, and she pulls out my toothbrush, and she heads over to the toilet. Oh yes, she cleans the toilet with my toothbrush, and then she puts it back into the drawer. Yeah, exactly.
And you're thinking,
That explains
How
the
long has this been
gastrointestinal festivals.
the year of gastrointestinal festivals.
Oh, and I'm like, hey, do you have some Belisara cards? Because I hope you do, because otherwise you're going to see a little girl cry. And my daughter's going to be pretty upset, too.